Alright, so listen, man, it's your boy DJ Waffles on the check-in, man. I appreciate y'all checking in, man. We got Pras in the building. Wave culture. Make sure y'all go get it because it's a whole new wave. I told y'all, disclaimer, I don't do nothing for cool points. It was like the track listing caught me. Right. So I'm just like, alright, Lionel Richie, I'm just like, I'm already anticipating, as a DJ too, is like, I'm already anticipating what I'm going to listen to. Right. So I'm just like, when you hear Lionel Richie, you're like, oh yeah, he back in his bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to make sense. So then when you go on, and I'm like, oh shit, then I'm hearing the melodies and everything. So I'm like, okay, this is what you prep for. So then as it goes on and you start hearing these songs, I'm like, okay. But my whole thing is this, is once again, as being an avid listener, I just want to know if everybody takes it the way that I take it. Right. Because as a DJ, I'm like, which song am I going to play in the club? Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about that. Like, damn, I do want to take one of these records and play it in the club. Let me see which one it would be where I can mix in what BPM is right, so that I can listen to it when they be like, oh yeah, I bought into it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now at this point, I'm like, I'm gonna listen to it, and when we sit down and I'm talking now, and you give it to me. How did you come up with the cover? Like, it was so now.
See,
yeah. I was just
now, I'm glad you said that because all right, everything is just had to be the wave. So it's kind of like it's crazy. I'm glad you even noticed that. So for those who know me, they know right. I'm a watch collector.
Okay.
For real. Mm-hmm. I don't know anyone in the game that can fuck with my watch game. Mm-hmm. Okay. And there's a lot of cats out here collecting watches. Big up to all of them collecting watches, whatever. So now I've been wearing Patek's for a long time. Mm-hmm. Patek and AP was the first watch I ever had back in the 90s. Mm-hmm. And I started wearing Patek like 2000, 2001. Mm-hmm. Right? Actually, my ex-girlfriend bought me my first Patek. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Shout out to her pockets.
Yeah. So I'm collecting Patek, whatever. Right. And about like 5-6 years ago, right before it really started to catch the wave, I met the president of Patek. Mm-hmm. I mean, we became cool ever since. But so he was like, yo, I love the fact that you rocking it. And because I did this thing called Houdinki. Mm-hmm. It's for people who collect watches. And I was going into it and, I had some of my little watch collection there. And around the same time, all of a sudden, you start seeing different people, talking about it, rapping about it.
Right.
And I'm like I collect I'm talking about like, Patek got certain watches where you have to fill an application and they decide whether or not you're worthy for them to sell you the watch. And I bullshit not.
Look at Jesus. He gave. Listen, now if y'all keep on buying these watches, now I know something right out there. Wait a minute.
A lot of bust downs and a lot of guys. This shit is.
Wait a minute. He said, listen, ladies and gentlemen. He said you have to fill out a form to see if you're eligible to actually get the watch. Not your money. You got to be. How does that even work? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, because it's basically an almost 200-year watch, man. It's very exclusive. Like, even this one right here, everybody's rocking this is the Nautilus. So that's kind of like the cover I have, but I have the white gold version.
Right, I seen that.
So that's the hottest thing on the streets. Mm-hmm. It's the Nautilus, right? And even this right here is hard to get right now.
Right.
Okay. So what they do is everybody's jumping on it and they start busting it down.
Right.
So what Patek does, because you got to remember something, they don't mass produce their watches. Mm-hmm. They pulled it back. That's why it's even harder to get now, even on the black market, right? Because they saw niggas busting that shit down.
Right.
Like, oh, hell no. We ain't got no monkey business going on in here. So they pulled it back. Because, this is like saying Hermes. If the women are watching, it's like saying Hermes Birkin. It's like the Birkin bag, which is the most exclusive. You heard the story about Oprah, how they try to play her out in France.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, they don't give a fuck.
Right.
Right? So it's the same thing for this. So I was like, you know what? What's the... thinking about what's the artwork going to be, what's the name of the album. So I was like, why don't just call it wave culture? Okay, cool. So we got the title. Now I could have put, a photo, whatever. Right. I said, you know what? I'm gonna let everybody know I'm the boss of this watch right here.
Right.
That's where I put the cover of the Patek.
Wow. Because I swear.
And by the way, the one I have on the cover,
yeah,
you can't get that one. That's the white gold one, 40th anniversary. That one, there's probably only like 30 in the whole country, maybe.
Wow. And they running around with a whole bunch of these joints. Y'all gotta put the watches away. We know who got the real one.
Oh no! When I see
crazy.
when I see like the ice ones,
right?
I know exactly how many Patek sold. So if I know they only sold 4 in one given year, and I see 20 with them on
in the club and in
the club and in one setting. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, listen. Right. I guess some people look at it like, look, I'd rather pay $180 for it,
right,
than pay like I got the original one, like factory diamonds. But that's $450,000, right? I guess a lot of people feel like I ain't paying $450 for that.
Right.
But my thing always been like, if I can't get the real shit, then I don't want it. Right. I'm not gonna wear it if it's not real. My whole shit, if I can't afford it, fuck it, I'm just not gonna rock with it until I can, So that's the whole purpose of the artwork, like wave culture.
So what do you want people to walk away with after they hear this project? Because it's been a while, so now when they hear it, what do you want them to expect before they even hit play on the first record? What do you want them to leave with off of this project?
I mean, just be pleasantly surprised, it's just a vibe. But you know what? I don't think people are going to understand what this is until number 2, number 3.
Right.
Then it's going to be like, oh. So, because like right now, you are like the beginners. Like, you know how like before everybody knew who whatever hot MC is or rapper is, there was a group of people who kind of like heard about it before the masses caught on to it.
Right.
So you part of like, right. So by the time I get to number 3, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, wave culture, yeah.
Y'all running late.
Yeah, y'all running late.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So outside of the music, tell everybody what you got going on. Tell us about these phones.
Man, all I can say right now is I'm excited, man. I'm excited because, not because I'm coming out with a smartphone or whatever, but hip hop, I like to tell people, now there's a group of people who don't know this, but after they freed the slaves, we were promised 40 acres and a mule.
I agree.
We never got that. I feel like hip hop is our 40 acres and a mule. What hip hop has done for this generation, to allow us to be blessed, to be able to do what we love, to be able to know we created this. And a couple of times they try to take it away from us, but the source is just too secretly where they can't. The DNA. So coming out with this phone is because of hip hop. And to give back to the culture is incredible because we're talking about we're going to be flying on a Steve Jobs, Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg level because for the first time, this smartphone, blockchain smartphone, is going to pay you when you use the phone.
So it's all in reverse.
Yeah, man, because that's we deserve to. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because they all been making billions of dollars off of us. And we got nothing out of that. Now it's to get back to the people. That's all I can say. But campaign starts in September. We partner up with a great media company. It's going to be all over the place, man. I'm really, and the phone comes out in November, the week before Black Friday.
So what I got to do to get this phone? Because I just bought an 8S, no exaggeration, the other day, and they charged me a lot of money. I ain't really had the money to pay for it, but I paid for it. So,
but see, that's another thing. So, we because we understand the culture, for some people that don't want. By the way, we're not going to be that expensive. Your S, you pay what, $700 for it?
No, see what happened was I waited till August so that I wouldn't have to pay nothing,
right.
And then I still had to get him like $350 just to get the phone, and gave him my 7. After having it for like about 2 years.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, they got out on
it. Got you.
So I need to talk to you.
No, our phone. We're gonna have a program where you're gonna be able to do payment plans on it too. But you can go whatever carrier you with, by the way. So it's not like...
Okay, so makes sense. So what kind of features, if you could just give us like one good feature besides the simple fact that we get paid to use it?
Well, isn't that all that matters? You get paid to use it.
Right, get the money.
But I mean, all the other features it has. I mean, it comes with a debit card.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a free debit card.
Okay.
So when you earn in on your e-wallet, you can transfer that into cash. You can go withdraw the cash if you choose to. Mm-hmm. Right? So this is not like all the other BS rewards where you get reward, but you can only use it for that particular product that you got the reward for. Mm-hmm. We don't care about where you use it, how you use it.
Right.
You earn it, it's yours. Right? Mm-hmm. So that's one feature it has. It has obviously, we got a special camera that's made for us. Because sometimes when you take photos in the nighttime, right? Our eyes turn red. Right?
Right.
That's because when they're making that camera, they ain't thinking about us.
Right.
Right? They're thinking about them. Right?
I get it.
This camera's for us.
Right.
But it's like I said to you, it's a smartphone. It has all the specs. It has, the apps. It has, wireless charging. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, you can charge it wirelessly. It has everything, man. But the main thing is, it's made for the culture, right? And also, more importantly, it has different verticals, but the one vertical that I'm really excited about is our Uber nursing. So for a lot of us that can't afford healthcare, for example, right now, if I'm sitting right here, it's so funny because our test pilot is going to be in Atlanta, coincidentally. But right now, if I'm sitting right here, I can order a nurse. She'll come here and do a checkup for me, 10, 15 minutes, and tell me exactly what's going on, regular standard checkup that most of us can't afford because we ain't got healthcare. But here you can. You pay like $1 or whatever it is. That nurse come whenever you want to. Boom. And that's it. That's part of the phone. I'm telling you, man, this is for the culture.
That is crazy.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, are we doing any more acting? You was kind of good at doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, hey,
I'm really focused on it. I'm focusing on the tech. But, the good thing is, like I said, man, I'm just happy to be doing what I love.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like when you do what you're passionate about and it's like you just get to do whatever, man. So, we're going to do whatever. But right now I'm focusing on, this tech thing. But obviously music is, because I got this body of work. I just want to put it out in the universe. Just like put it out there,
Definitely. All right. So before we get out of here, if there's a piece of advice that you could give to an independent artist that's going to watch this and they just want to be, how would I say, they want to be encouraged by actually getting into this music game. What is it that you can actually tell them? Because the game is like so crazy right now. But what is it, a piece of advice that you can actually give an independent artist that's watching you right now?
Well, I would say this. This is actually one of the best era for music. I would say that. Most definitely. But on the flip side, you get in, I can't not emphasize the point of watching your money. Because if you catch a wave, you may catch a wave, and I don't know what feet. You might catch it at 10,000 feet, you might catch it at 40,000 feet. But wherever you catch it, you got to always remember, this is a business. And nothing is finite. So you got that little paper, put some away. You can do whatever you want with the rest, but because that time gonna come where if you're not able to successfully make a transition or have a longevity in it, because most people are not. Obviously, your lifespan is probably gonna be, if you catch a wave, one hot joint. That's basically if you get that right. But you can make a good living off of that joint. Right? And then try to figure the rest out. Figure out what you want to do. I've been in this game forever, and I've been blessed to be able to make these transitions, to be able to just still be around. I know people that came out around the same time or came out after me, and
y'all like 20 million or more, and you know.
Yeah, no doubt, man. But there's people who've done great numbers too,
Right.
just for whatever it is, you know.
Right.
Who just it's just, man, this game is tough, man. You know, when you get in and trying to, because I think when people get in, they start thinking like immortality is this water they just drink,
Mm-hmm.
like they gonna live forever, right?
Right.
They playing Chinese chess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, while the rest of these people out here playing Mexican checkers, you gotta be playing Chinese chess.
What's the difference between Chinese chess and Mexican chess?
There's Chinese chess and Mexican checkers.
What's the difference?
The difference is, you ever play chess?
Yes.
Okay. So the whole concept is, you know, chess is a game where you got to think about your next 5-10 moves.
Ahead, definitely.
The Chinese think about the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's their whole Yo, you know where the Chinese at today?
Mm-hmm.
They've been plotting and planning about today 100 years ago. That's no bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't just wake up one morning all of a sudden they're like one of the most powerful nations in the country. They've been plotting and planning that when they were up in the mountains, up in the farms.
Right.
When we was watching Chinese movie when we were kids.
Right.
Yo,
right.
they were like, yo, we're gonna first infiltrate with a Chinese movie. Right. Get all the black people in, right? First they came with the food.
They baited us in.
Yo, they baited us. Yo, they got us. Yo.
Oh my God.
Right? Now Mexican checkers is like you only playing for the moment.
Right.
So, you know, it's just kind of like this slang we be saying Mexican checkers, Chinese. It's like Chinese is like on the highest level. Mm-hmm. And checkers is just whatever.
Right. You know
what I'm saying to you? So I'm just saying, when I see a lot of artists out there, there's a couple of them that I've been watching, following. I'm like, mm-hmm. Wicked, you know, smart moves, man. And that's what this is. That's what
is it smart moves, and then as in the way they making music, or is it like the trolling type of things, or
no, smart moves mean like, one, the way they making music.
Okay.
Two, how they doing it,
mm-hmm.
and then the moves they making on mm-hmm. top of that. Mm-hmm. You know, they not sitting here resting on their laurels. Mm-hmm. They give you this hot shit, and then they coming on top of that. Mm-hmm. You know, that's when you think they done. They coming back again,
right.
And they making moves. I'm watching a couple people out there that are doing some strategic, smart moves.
Are you independent right now?
I mean, yeah. Why would I do major?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Nah, major is no good, man. Listen, I sold 20 million records.
Right.
Okay. Now, let's do a simple math.
Okay.
And we're talking back in the CD days. Mm-hmm. So let's say $10 a record. Mm-hmm. That's gross $200 million.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. Now, you are an artist. Mm-hmm. Your music that you create is technically your IP. Right? Like Steve Jobs created Apple. That's his IP.
Right.
That's why he was worth like $70 billion when he passed away, unfortunately. Right. Mark Zuckerberg, he founded Facebook. That is his IP. So why is it everyone who create their IP, they get to retain it and they get to cash out or sell it for a high number, right? Mm-hmm. Where we create our IP, there's no record company without the music that we, the writers, the producers, or whatever, have created. Right. But we getting pennies for it. Right. You gotta look at the math, right? Mm-hmm. So 20 million records, even if the record company said, we're gonna give y'all 20% of that, that's $40 million mm-hmm. that they did not give us. Mm-hmm. You know, now, okay, we got royalties and we got residuals and all that BS, but the hard copy, we didn't get a piece of that. They got that. So why would you again want to sign in this day and age? That's why I say to you, this is the best time to make music. Right. Because you got people making stacks off of mixtapes.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying to you? Definitely. You got people making stacks off of a freestyle.
Right.
You couldn't do that back in our days. You know that.
It's so hard.
A lot of things, and the popularity of hip hop being the number one genre of music as of last year, mm-hmm. man, the sky's the limit. Where before, you guys have a dope album and go on the road. That's it. You didn't have any other opportunities. You didn't have sponsorships. You didn't have anything you could do, right? Today, man, you got these corporations throwing stacks at people. You know what I mean?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, they
you know what I mean?
definitely do that.
I mean, you sitting here, the comfort. This is a blessing, man. You got your own podcast going on. You're doing what you love. Don't you love what you're doing?
Definitely.
What would you be doing if there was no hip hop?
I don't know.
You'd be mad as fuck.
Yeah, I'd probably be upset because
Be
it probably
upset.
would be nothing for me to do.
There you go.
No, you know, it's so crazy because I was listening to Dame Dash Culture Vulture the other day, and I was like, I would be mad that I would even have a job to even work for somebody else. I would just probably be mad, especially if it's not something that I really like to do.
Exactly.
Because like, how could you be a boss and I want to be a boss, and it wouldn't make sense.
No sense.
I'm like, I don't even like to deal with rules anyway.
Right.
So it's probably always going to be a problem. Like, if you be like, Waffles, you're going to be my DJ, I'd be like, this is the way the set is going to go.
Right.
And you're going to just rap. No, I'm just joking.
No, but I know,
but
you're a
but
boss.
you get what I'm saying,
100%.
right? It'll be totally different. So I definitely get that. I definitely get that part. Like, if it wasn't no music here, it'd probably be weird for me. I don't know. Probably like sports or something, maybe like coaching, helping kids or something like that. Because I always gave back. So I'll probably do something like that. Giving back some way, somehow. Probably have a 9 to 5 or something like that. Which is like so whack. But I'll probably have a 9 to 5 and then I'll probably be helping giving back somewhere if it wasn't music, because music is just surrounds my life. I'm like so busy by it, so I get that part.
That's my whole point. So anyway, to round this up, I just tell these young independent artists, man, first of all, do what you love, follow your heart. But once you catch that wave and you start getting those bands, I just, listen, man, I've been in the game for a long time. I've seen people make massive paper and lose it. And it makes no sense. And so take it from me, man. I haven't been around doing music for a long time. But y'all, my life is like I got 10 number 1 records on the radio right now. That's how I live, Beverly Hills, New York, you know what I'm saying? Wrist look like a shish kebab. This is that's a bar right there.
Yo,
that's a bar.
Listen, y'all really gotta tune into the project. Y'all gotta hear like I don't even know. I don't even want to go into no more bars like.
Yo,
Amber Rose acting treat you like you the OJ.
Oh,
like how? See, this
pull up to the White House with OJ.
See, this is what I'm saying. I'm listening to the music. I don't know if y'all listening to the music. All I can just tell y'all is just go on Apple Music, go on all those platforms, and check it out. Because I'm not tripping. And one thing, a disclaimer, I don't do nothing for cool points. I know he is who he is. But if you just listen to the music, it just speaks for itself. Nothing's for cool points. I just feel that they just have to really check the project out and get a whiff of what you got going on, and then they'll probably understand it. Because y'all just got the full view right now. We could probably do this for hours, but I just feel that right there, that piece of work right there, it'll get them ready for like part 2 and part 3 definitely.
Yeah.
DJs find a record off the project and start playing it. Before we get out of here, let everybody know how they can follow you on social media, or if you got shows coming up where they can check you out, your website.
Yeah, check me out on IG, Pras. I ain't doing no shows right now. I'm just chilling. But you can check me out in the fall. I'm coming up with this phone, the M1 Blackstro phone. Get paid when you use the phone. It's going telling you about the Steve Jobs, these motherfuckers out here. But you got that. You can catch the Wave Culture on all the platform, obviously. It's lit. Go check it out. Thanks for having me, my G.
Yo, listen, I appreciate it. Yo, listen, right? Before we get out of here, I kind of want to take you to the club, right? Because it's going to be so easy on my pockets. I'm going to buy you the most expensive water in the club. Because you don't drink, so I'm just like, we can just buy you water all night.
No,
we just get a bucket of ice.
No, I'm good. Usually, like, if I'm going to go to a club.
Yeah, that's like the easiest.
We get a table. I make sure my assistant bring my alkaline water for me. You know what I mean? So
you made it even more cheaper for me. So we definitely take him to the club. Listen, wait. Let me get the finest water that y'all got on the lot. Matter of fact, we got somebody that's gonna bring it. Make sure you tell the security bring that joint in. Yeah, the alkaline. Yeah, don't even worry about it. Wave culture. Make sure y'all go get it because it's a whole new wave. I told y'all, disclaimer. I don't do nothing for cool points. Go check out the record. Bow. That was dope. Like, appreciate you coming through.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.